Hi, the Hives. So how are you doing today?
Great. We're still a little full after dinner last night and slightly hungover, but happy to be in Paris.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, go right ahead. Take one.
So your fifth album is called Lex Hives. It will be out the 4th of June, and it's self-produced.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you choose to do that?
Because before it, we made an album that other people produced, and it was complicated, and also we felt like we had done that, and we knew what we wanted to do with this one. So it was easier for us to produce it ourselves because we had the vision very clear in our heads, and then we could just kind of get around to doing it.
What difficulties you encountered during the recording because you self-produced it?
It's instead of having one producer, we have 5.
And so Lex means low in Latin. So what is the Hives law?
It's the law of the hives. It's pretty much a law of what not to do.
Oh,
It's a lot of things that we can't do.
Certain drum beats you can't use. There's certain, like, that's how we were always more influenced by what not to do than what to do. Like, we hear bands on the radio and then we go, we don't want to do that, we don't want to do that, we don't want to do that. And then what's left is what we are. Basically what doesn't suck.
and how did you work on it?
We try to have most of the things done when we go into the studio. So when we start recording, we just pretty much stand in the room and play the songs.
Yeah.
So that's why you book a studio for maybe a week, and you go in and you record 5 songs in a week. That's no problem. But then you go back again to the rehearsal place. You know, we try to play the songs as much as we can before we actually record.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't really write in the studio. Some bands write their albums in the studio. We don't really do that because we grew up and studio time was so precious when we were a young band. Like, it's so expensive, and you only had 2 weeks to record an album. And most albums we liked were recorded really quickly. Like most bands' debut albums, they only had a week of studio time or whatever. And sometimes I feel like that's way better. Then you don't have time to question. You basically just record your live set. And we always liked the way debut albums felt. So, you know, that's our idea of how to make a good record, is try to pretend like it's your first one and your only one.
And you were afraid to go back in the studio because the Black and White album was like the Black album for Metallica. It was a great album. So,
well, we really thought that record was pretty great, and it's hard to beat that record. But this is a different record, and I like this one more.
Really great.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
I don't think we're never afraid to go into the studio. We kind of look forward to actually go into the studio, because when you go into the studio, it means you have something to record.
Yeah. It's the bitch is just coming up with something to record. It's pretty easy to record it as well, because the band sounds great. Everybody's great at playing and stuff. But it's just coming up with the shit that's a hassle.
We're gonna drink fucking fine all night. Go right ahead, go right ahead, go right ahead, go right ahead. If they find around, you never know it, so just come along. I'm gonna show it. I got it as the silver, king is the calm. The roof's about to crumble as the birthday the song. Go right ahead.
And why your roadies are dressed as ninjas?
Well, that was their idea. I guess so you couldn't see them if it was a dark stage, you know. Because it kind of was a bummer when they used to just wear their regular clothes. Like, we'd be up there all dressed up, then some guy in a dirty jeans and t-shirt comes up and fixes the pedal board. So it was more fun. They've become way more a part of the show now. they play some instruments and maracas and stuff, and we do so much on the record that we can't do live because we don't have enough hands.
What do you think of the French audience?
They're good.
Yeah, they're good, really good. They got so much better too.
Yeah?
When we used to tour like in 98 and like 99, we had a really rough time in France. Nobody liked us here. There were very few people at the shows, and basically you could get by on eating baguette with Dijon mustard for 3 days. And then, but something happened. Like on the last album we made, the album before that, we got really popular.
Yeah, it was a
And
huge
now we
success.
love it. It's really great to be in France again. Just to have something to say, I'll say we did a show at a small punk venue in Sweden called Café 44, and it was like 150 kids, and there were 150 kids in line, and we would play to the 150 kids, and let them out, and let the other 150 in and play to them. And sometime that night, I had almost like a religious experience. That was the most fun show in years for me, I thought.
What do you see?
The light.
When was the last time you feel sad?
I feel homesick sometimes.
Oh, yeah, because you tour a lot.
Yeah. But that's sort of sad, but not.
But then again,
Right.
if you're home for too long, you feel sad for you that you can't play. So
Yeah. Yeah, now when you're making this album, I really miss touring a lot. Because it's sort of easier. Making an album, you just show up and play.
What do you want to say to them for this new album?
It's good to be back.
and come to the show.
So thank you, and have a nice stay in France.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Go ride it, go